the valley no human returned from. No human entered the Dragon Valley and came back alive. This was not a story. It was a fact. The valley was old, older than cities, older than kingdoms. Even the mountains around it were broken and burned, like something terrible had once crawled out from inside the earth. People said the dragons lived there, not the small flying beasts from children's books. These dragons were ancient. They were large as towers. Their wings could block the sun. Their fire could turn armies into shadows on stone. Every map marked the valley in the same way. Do not enter. Villages near the valley were always quiet. No songs at night. No lights after sunset. Parents pulled their children indoors when the wind blew from that direction, because the wind carried heat, and sometimes a deep sound, like breathing. The dragons remembered everything. They remembered how humans once came with swords, with chains, with lies of peace. They remembered cities built from dragon bones. They remembered fire meeting steel, and they never forgot. That was why no human returned. On a cold night, something strange happened. The moon was low. The valley was silent. Then a sound broke the still air. A soft sound, weak, broken, crying. The dragons felt it before they heard it. A small life, a human life. High on the black rocks, eyes opened. Red, gold, blue like deep oceans. A human child was walking into the valley. He was small, too small. His clothes were torn. His feet were bleeding. His hair was dirty with dust and ash. He walked slowly, like every step hurt. Behind him, the path was empty. No soldiers, no parents, no weapons, just a child. The dragons did not understand at first. Humans never came alone, and never without fear. This child was afraid, but not of the valley. He was afraid of being alone. The child stopped near a group of broken stones. He looked around. The valley felt alive. The ground was warm under his feet. He hugged himself to stop shaking. "I'm sorry," he whispered. His voice was weak. "I didn't mean to come here." The dragons listened. They waited for the lie. None came. The child sat down. His stomach growled. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small piece of bread. Dry. Old. He broke it in half and ate slowly. Then he stood up again. In front of him was a dark shape in the ground. A dragon nest. The nest was made of stone and ash. Large broken shells lay around it. Inside, something small moved. A dragon baby. It was no bigger than a large dog. Its scales were soft and dark. Smoke came from its nose as it slept. The child froze. He had heard stories. Everyone had. Dragons killed humans. Dragons burned villages. Dragons hated all men. His legs shook, but the baby dragon made a soft sound. A weak sound, like a kitten crying. The child looked around. Still no one. Slowly, carefully, he walked closer. High above, the dragons watched. This was the moment humans always failed. This was when they ran or attacked. The child did neither. He knelt beside the nest. The baby dragon opened one eye. It did not breathe fire. It did not scream. It only looked tired. The child smiled. A small smile. A sad one. "You're alone too," he said. He took the other half of his bread. He placed it near the baby. The dragon sniffed it, then ate. The valley held its breath. The child stayed there. Minutes passed, then hours. The cold night grew colder. The child lay down beside the nest. He curled his body near the dragon baby, trying to share warmth. His eyes closed. He slept. A human child, sleeping next to a dragon. The ground shook. The mother dragon returned. Her shadow covered the moon. Her wings cracked the air. This was the end. The dragons waited for fire. The mother dragon looked at the nest. She saw her baby. Safe. Warm. Then she saw the child. So small. So weak. His hand rested on her baby's scale. The dragon lowered her head. She smelled no steel. No magic. No lies. Only fear. And kindness. The fire in her chest did not rise. Instead, she did something no dragon had done for a human in thousands of years. She spread her wing and covered them both. The valley stayed silent, and the world changed forever. The fire that refused to burn. The valley had seen many nights. Nights of fire. Nights of screams. Nights where humans disappeared without sound. But this night was different. This night, the fire did not fall. The mother dragon stood over the nest. Her body was massive. Her scales were dark like burned iron. Her eyes glowed like deep molten gold. She had returned from hunting. She expected silence. She expected her child alone. Instead, she saw something impossible. A human child, alive, sleeping beside her young. Her wings slowly spread. One breath from her mouth could turn the child to ash. Every dragon, watching from the cliffs, waited for it. This was how it always ended. Humans died. Dragons moved on. But the fire inside her chest did not rise. It twisted. It hesitated. She lowered her head closer. The child did not wake. His breathing was weak, uneven. His hand still rested on her baby's scale. Not tight, not demanding, just there. The baby dragon made a soft sound. It pressed closer to the human child. The mother dragon froze. That had never happened before. Dragon young feared humans by instinct. Fear was born with them. But this one did not pull away. It trusted. The word burned the dragon's mind. Trusted. The mother dragon opened her mind. Dragons did not forget. They remembered every pain. She remembered humans shouting, chains cutting into scales, spears piercing wings. She remembered her own mother falling from the sky. Humans cheering. Fire rose in her throat. Her jaw opened. The heat grew. Then she smelled the child again. No metal, no blood, no spell, only hunger, cold, fear, and something else. Loneliness. The fire faded. Her jaw closed. The valley trembled, not from rage, but from confusion. High above, the elder dragons shifted. This is wrong, one growled. He must die. Another answered, the young lives. That matters. A third hissed, humans always betray. They circled the valley sky, watching, waiting. The mother dragon lowered her body. Slowly, carefully, so carefully that the stones beneath her claws did not crack. She folded one massive wing, then another. She shielded the nest. She shielded the child. This was not protection. This was a choice. The child stirred. His eyes opened slightly. For one terrible moment, the dragons thought he would scream. He did not. He looked up, saw the dragon's eye. Endless, ancient, bright as fire. His heart raced. But he did not run. He whispered, I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to go. His voice broke. I didn't mean to take anything. The mother dragon felt something tear inside her chest. Not pain. Memory. Long ago, a human had spoken like that. Before the wars. Before fire met steel. Before everything broke. The child's eyes closed again. Sleep took him back. The mother dragon lifted her head. She looked to the watching elders. Her eyes burned brighter. This human is under my fire. No words were spoken, but every dragon understood. The night grew colder. The wind carried danger. Far beyond the valley, men were moving. Men who followed tracks. Men who hunted legends. Men who would kill a dragon child without fear. The valley did not know it yet, but war had already started walking toward it. And this time, a human stood between dragons and fire. The judgment of ancient fire. The valley did not sleep. Dragons never truly slept, but this night, even the stones felt awake. High above the nest, shadows moved through the clouds. Massive wings cut the sky without sound. The elder dragons had gathered. They were older than mountains. Their scales were cracked with age and battle. Their eyes had seen empires rise and burn. They did not come in anger. They came in judgment. This should not exist, growled the red elder. His voice shook the valley walls. A human breathes in our nest. The blue elder circled slowly. His eyes never left the sleeping child. Yet the young lives, he said, and the mother allowed it. A deep silence followed. That silence was dangerous. Below them, the child slept. He dreamed of warmth, of a home he could not remember clearly. The baby dragon was pressed close to him. Its small chest moved with calm breaths. The mother dragon stood awake. She did not rest. Her body was still, but her mind burned. She felt the eyes of the elders on her back. You break ancient law, the black elder said. His scales were dark as night. No human may touch dragon ground. The mother dragon lifted her head. Her voice was low, controlled. He did not take, she said. He did not attack. He slept. Another elder snapped. Beside your young. That is worse, hissed the red elder. That is how humans weaken us. The baby dragon stirred. A soft sound left its throat. The elders froze. Dragon young rarely made noise near strangers. The sound was content. The blue elder descended closer. He looked at the child. So small, so fragile. This one carries no fire, he said slowly. No weapon, no spell. Then he is useless, the red elder replied. The mother dragon's wings twitched. No, she said. He is dangerous. The elders turned toward her. Because, she continued, he is not afraid. That shook them. Fear was law. Fear kept dragons alive. Every human feared dragons. Except this one. The black elder landed near the nest. The ground cracked under his weight. He leaned down. The heat from his body made the air shimmer. The child did not wake. The elder lowered one claw. Slowly. Closer. This was a test. One touch would end the child's life. The baby dragon moved. It placed its small body between the claw and the child. A weak barrier. A foolish one. The elders inhaled sharply. That had never happened. The black elder pulled his claw back. His eyes narrowed. The young has chosen, he said. Choice can be corrected, the red elder answered. Above them, thunder rolled. Not from a sky. From dragon throats. More dragons arrived. Dozens. Hundreds. The valley filled with ancient power. Kill the child, someone shouted. Before weakness spreads. Protect him, another voice answered. Or we become monsters again. The dragons argued. Fire lit the clouds. The child turned in his sleep. His face tightened. He was cold. He whispered a name no one recognized. The mother dragon stepped forward. She spread her wings wide. Her body blocked the nest completely. If you want him, she said, you burn me first. The valley went silent. That was not a threat. That was a promise. The elders stared at her. She was strong, fierce, and right. Killing her would tear the sky apart. The blue elder closed his eyes. We will test him, he said. All eyes turned to him. A human test? The red elder sneered. No, the blue elder replied. A dragon one. He looked down at the sleeping child. If he survives the dawn, he said, he lives. And if he fails? Asked the black elder. The blue elder opened his eyes. Then we erase him, he said calmly. And forget this night ever happened. The decision was made. The elders rose into the sky. One by one, they vanished into cloud and flame. The valley slowly darkened again. The mother dragon looked down at the child. The dawn would be deadly. Dragon tests were never kind. She lowered her head. Her breath warmed him. For the first time in her long life. She hoped. Far away, metal clinked. Boots crushed stone. Human voices echoed faintly. Hunters were closer now. The child slept on. Between ancient fire above and human steel below. The trial at dawn. The valley waited for dawn. Not with hope. With hunger. Dragon trials were not meant to teach. They were meant to end. The sky slowly changed color. Black to dark blue. Blue to gray. The mother dragon had not moved all night. Her wings stayed open. Her body stayed between the child and the world. The child slept restlessly. Cold shook him. Fear followed him even in dreams. When the first light touched the valley, the air changed. The dragons felt it. The trial had begun. The elders returned without sound. They did not land. They watched from the sky. The blue elder spoke, his voice rolling like thunder. The human will wake alone. The mother dragon's heart burned. She stepped back. Slowly, painfully. Her wing lifted. The child was exposed. The cold struck him first. The warmth vanished. The child gasped and woke. He sat up quickly. His eyes widened. He was alone. The nest felt wrong. Too quiet. Too empty. Hello, he whispered. No answer. The ground shifted. The stones around the nest cracked open. Heat rose. From below, the child scrambled back. The earth split. A line of fire crawled toward him. He screamed. Not loud. Not angry. Just afraid. Above, the red elder watched closely. Fear, he growled. There it is. The blue elder did not answer. The fire stopped inches from the child. Smoke filled the air. The baby dragon cried. The sound cut through the valley. The child turned. He ran back to the nest. Without thinking, he wrapped his arms around the baby dragon, shielding it with his body. His back faced the fire. That was the first test, and he had already broken it. The wind howled. The air grew heavy. A shadow passed overhead. The Black Elder descended. He landed hard. The impact knocked the child down. The baby dragon cried louder. The elder lowered his head. One eye, larger than the child's body, stared at him. "You will die," the elder said calmly. The child shook. Tears fell. "I know," he whispered. He pulled the baby closer. But not alone. High above, the mother dragon roared. The sound shook the clouds. She forced herself to stay back. This was the law. The Black Elder breathed. Fire gathered. This was the second test. The child closed his eyes. He did not beg. He did not curse. He whispered to the baby dragon. "It's okay," he said softly. "I'm here." The fire released. Not at the child. Around him, a ring of flame exploded outward. Heat crushed the air. The child screamed as pain hit his skin. But he did not move. He did not let go. When the fire faded, he still knelt there. Burned. Shaking. Alive. The Blue Elder's eyes widened slightly. The final test began. The sky darkened again. Not from clouds. From wings. Dozens of dragons descended. They landed around the nest. A wall of ancient power. Fear pressed on the child from every side. He could not breathe. His knees hit the ground. His vision blurred. This was the true test. Not fire. Not pain. Presence. Dragon presence crushed minds. Humans broke under it. Screamed. Ran. Died. The child crawled forward. Each move hurt. He reached the center of the nest. He lay down, covering the baby dragon again. His body trembled, but his voice did not. "You don't have to be scared," he whispered. "I'll stay." Silence. Total. The dragons froze. No human had ever done that. Ever. The Blue Elder spoke. Enough. The pressure vanished. The dragons pulled back. The fire died. The child collapsed. Unconscious, but breathing. The mother dragon rushed forward. She wrapped him in her wings. Her roar filled the valley. Not rage. Pride. The Red Elder looked away. The Black Elder lowered his head. The Blue Elder closed his eyes. "The dawn has judged," he said. "The human lives." But far beyond the valley, steel flashed. Horns sounded. Human hunters had reached the outer cliffs. And they would not stop, because now the dragons had something to lose. When steel challenged fire, the horns sounded again. Loud. Sharp. Human. The valley felt it like a wound. The dragons turned toward the sound. Steel was coming. From the broken cliffs, men appeared. Not lost travelers. Not scared villagers. Hunters. Their armor was black. Their weapons glowed with runes. Chains hung from their backs. Dragon chains. They had come prepared. The child lay in the nest. Burned. Weak. Alive. The mother dragon stood over him. Her wings spread wide. Her eyes burned brighter than fire. The hunters stopped when they saw the dragons. Dozens of them, surrounding the nest. The leader stepped forward. He was tall. Calm. Too calm. "So the stories were true," he said. "A human survived." His eyes locked on the child. "That one is ours." The Red Elder roared. The sound shattered stone. The hunters did not run. Their leader smiled. "You think you're gods," he said. "But gods can be hunted." He raised his hand. The hunters lifted their weapons. The air exploded. Bolts of energy shot toward the sky. They were not normal weapons. Dragon killers. The dragon screamed. Wings burned. Scales cracked. The valley shook. The mother dragon roared and lunged forward. Fire poured from her mouth. The hunters raised shields. The fire bent around them. Magic absorbed it. The impossible was happening. The child woke. The noise pulled him back. His eyes opened. He saw fire. He saw blood. He saw dragons falling. Fear hit him. Hard. A hunter broke through. He ran straight for the nest. The mother dragon turned too late. The man raised a blade. The child moved. He stood. His legs shook. He placed himself between the hunter and the baby dragon. "Move," the hunter snapped. The child did not. "No," he said. One word. Weak, but final. The hunter laughed. Then stopped. Because the dragon stopped. Every dragon. Every wing froze. Every eye turned to the child. The Blue Elder descended. He landed beside the child. The ground cracked. He lowered his head. "Speak," he said. The child swallowed. His voice shook. "Please," he said, "don't hurt them." The hunters laughed again. The child continued. "They didn't hurt me." Silence fell. The blue elder rose. He looked at the hunters, then at the sky, then at the child. He spoke words no human had ever heard. "This human is bound by fire." The valley exploded. Dragon fire rose into the sky. Not wild, controlled, focused. The hunters screamed. Their shields failed. Their magic broke. Steel melted. The leader backed away. Fear finally touched his eyes. "What is he?" he whispered. The red elder answered. "He is chosen." The child collapsed. The mother dragon caught him. She lifted him onto her back. The dragons rose. All of them. They filled the sky. The hunters ran. Few escaped. The valley burned behind them, but not in rage, in warning. High above, the blue elder spoke again. "No dragon will harm this human, and no human will harm a dragon. While he lives." The child slept. Safe, for the first time. But the world beyond the valley had heard the fire. And kingdoms do not fear monsters. They fear change. The world that learned fear. Fire was seen across the sky. Not close, not clear, but enough. Enough to wake kings. Enough to shake empires. Messengers rode through the night. They carried broken armor, melted steel, stories no one wanted to believe. "A child walks with dragons," they said. Most laughed. Then they saw the burns, the claw marks, the fear in the messenger's eyes. In stone halls and golden thrones, rulers gathered. Dragons were not new, but this was a human protected by fire. Maps were spread across tables. Fingers pointed at the Dragon Valley. One king spoke first. "Kill the child." The room went silent. Another ruler laughed nervously. "If the dragons follow him," he said, "then killing him means war." In a tower of glass, mages argued. "This breaks balance," one said. "A human should not command ancient beasts." Another replied, "He does not command." That word mattered. Back in the valley, the child slept. He lay between two massive claws. The mother dragon watched the sky. She felt it. Eyes. Thoughts. Fear coming from far away. The blue elder circled above. "The world will not stay still," he said. "They will come again." The mother dragon lowered her head. "They will die," she answered. The elder shook his head. "No," he said. "They will test." The child woke. His body still hurt. His voice was soft. "Why are they afraid?" he asked. The mother dragon did not answer. The blue elder did. "Because you changed something," he said. Far away, priests prayed. Not for mercy. For weapons. They carved symbols into stone. They spoke old names. Names meant to kill gods. In dark cities, merchants smiled. Dragon wore mint gold. Chains were reforged. Stronger. Crueler. Back in the valley, dragons gathered. Not to hunt. To guard. They formed circles. Wings over wings. Fire held back. The child walked among them. Small. Quiet. Untouchable. A young dragon bowed its head to him. Then another. Then more. Not in worship. In trust. The blue elder watched this. His voice was heavy. "If you walk beyond this valley," he said, "the world will bleed." The child looked up. "I don't want that," he said. The elder nodded. "But the world may want you." A shadow passed across the sun. Not a dragon. Something else. Far away. Watching. Learning. A single arrow landed at the edge of the valley. Black shaft. White feathers. A message tied to it. The blue elder read it. His eyes hardened. "They are coming," he said. The mother dragon spread her wings. Fire rose. The valley answered. The child clenched his fists. Not in fear. In resolve. Because the world had learned something terrible. Dragons were no longer alone. And neither was humanity. The choice that bound fire and flesh. The world came to the valley. Not all at once. First came banners. Then armies. Then fear wearing armor. They stopped at the edge. No one crossed. Because the sky was full of wings. Dragons circled above the valley. Fire rolled under their scales. The ground trembled with their breathing. The child stood at the center. Small. Human. Unbreakable. Kings shouted demands. "Give us the child." Priests raised symbols. Mages whispered spells. They all pointed at him, as if he were a weapon. The Blue Elder descended. His voice carried across the armies. This valley is closed. A king stepped forward. You protect a human, he said. Then you choose war. The elder did not deny it. The child walked forward. The dragons tensed. The mother dragon growled softly. He raised his hand. They stopped. He stood alone, before fire, before steel. I am not your enemy, he said. His voice was calm, simple. I was lost, he continued. They gave me warmth. He looked back at the dragons. They trusted me. A mage laughed. You expect mercy from monsters? The child shook his head. No, he said. I expect choice. The sky darkened. Not with smoke, with silence. The Blue Elder spoke one last time. This human will choose. If you attack, he said, fire will answer. The armies hesitated. Fear spread. The child turned to the mother dragon. If I stay, he asked softly, will they always come? She lowered her head. Yes. He closed his eyes. Then he turned back to the world. I will leave, he said. Gasps echoed. The dragons roared. The mother dragon's wings shook. Pain burned her chest. But not as your weapon, the child continued. I will walk the world. I will speak. If you hunt dragons, he said, they will answer. If you seek peace, he said, I will stand with you. The world did not know what to do. This was not victory. This was worse. Responsibility. The Blue Elder bowed his head. So did the others. Dragons bowed to a human. The child stepped away from the nest. The mother dragon touched him once. Gently, a mark of fire burned into the air. A promise. The armies retreated. Slowly, quietly. No songs. No cheers. Only relief. Years passed. Story spread. Not of war, but of a child who walked between fire and flesh. Dragons were still feared, but no longer hunted. Humans were still flawed, but no longer alone. And in the valley, if a lost child ever cried at night, fire did not fall, because long ago, one small human taught the strongest beings alive. That trust was stronger than fear.